Imagine this scenario. Someone insults you. They try to belittle your achievements. They try to provoke a reaction. They raise their voice. They attack your character. In that precise moment, your heart begins to race. The blood rushes to your face. Your fists clench. 1,000 angry words scream inside your mind, desperate to be released. You want to fight back. You want to defend your honor. You want to crush them with your logic. But wait. Pause. What if I told you that by reacting you have already lost? What if I told you that your anger is exactly what they want? It is the fuel that keeps their ego burning. There is a more powerful way. A darker, deeper, and more devastating way to handle disrespect. It does not require shouting. It does not require violence. It does not even require a single word. Whoa, it is the ancient art of silence. It is the weapon of the Stoics. Today, we will not learn how to argue. We will learn how to destroy their ego by doing absolutely nothing. We will turn you into a fortress that no arrow can pierce. If you want to join the 1% who master their minds while others lose theirs, subscribe. Turn on notifications. Let the transformation begin. Lesson number 1. Starve the beast. You must understand the psychology of an ego-driven person. Whether it is a narcissist, a bully, or simply a toxic coworker, they all share one common trait. They are hungry. They are starving for validation. They are desperate for attention. When they insult you, they are not actually attacking you. They are fishing. They are casting a hook into the water, waiting for you to bite. Your anger is their food, yet your defense is their oxygen. The moment you speak up to defend yourself, you validate their existence. You tell them, you are important enough to upset me. You hand over the keys to your emotional state. Epictetus, the great slave philosopher, once said, if someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation. Think about that. Your mind is complicit. By reacting, you become a partner in their drama. So, how do you destroy them? You starve them. When they scream, you offer silence. When they accuse, you offer a blank stare. When they try to project their insecurities onto you, you become a void. Imagine their ego is a fire. Your reaction is the wood. Stop throwing wood on the fire and watch how quickly the flame dies out. Watch how they panic when they realize they have no power over you. And silence is not retreat. Silence is the absence of fuel. But starvation is only the beginning. Once they are hungry, they become desperate. And that is when we move to the second phase. Lesson number 2, the mirror of indifference. Have you ever looked into a mirror and seen something you didn't like? It is uncomfortable. Most people spend their lives running away from who they truly are. Toxic people project their hatred outward because they cannot bear to look inward. When you argue with them, you become a distraction. They can focus on fighting you instead of facing themselves. You become the villain in their story, which makes them feel like the hero. But when you remain silent, when you look at them with total calm indifference, you become a mirror. Without your noise to distract them, their words bounce off your shield and echo back to them. They hear the shrillness of their own voice. They see the ugliness of their own anger. They feel the stupidity of their own accusations. Seneca said, "To bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength and burden." Applying this to a person, to bear an insult with a calm mind robs the insulter of their strength. Look at them, not with anger, not with fear, but with the curiosity of a scientist looking at a strange insect. Analyze them. Why are they shouting? Why are they so insecure? This gaze, this stoic stare, is devastating. It tells them silently, I see you. I see your pain. And it has nothing to do with me. There is nothing more damaging to a fragile ego than the realization that they are transparent, that their armor of aggression is actually made of glass. But be warned, when you hold up the mirror, they will try to break it. They will escalate. Which brings us to the third lesson. Lesson number 3, the fortress of autonomy. Why do their words hurt us? Why does an insult sting? Marcus Aurelius asked this question to himself in his meditations. He wrote, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been." It sounds simple, but it is the hardest thing in the world to practice. The reason their words hurt is because a part of us believes them, or a part of us values their opinion. We seek social validation. We want to be liked. We want to be respected. And when someone denies us that respect, our ego screams in pain. To destroy their ego, you must first kill your own. You must build an internal fortress of autonomy. This means your self-worth is entirely self-contained. It does not depend on their praise. Therefore, it cannot be damaged by their insults. Imagine you are walking down the street and a crazy person screams that you are a purple elephant. Would you get angry? Would you stop to argue? Would you feel insecure? No, you would keep walking. You would probably laugh. Why? Because you know it is not true. And you do not value the opinion of a madman. You must treat every insult the same way. If what they say is true, correct yourself. If what they say is lies, it is the rambling of a madman. In either case, anger is unnecessary. When you possess this level of autonomy, you become untouchable. They can throw stones at a fortress, but they will only break their hands. They will exhaust themselves trying to get a reaction that never comes. And in that exhaustion, their ego collapses. They realize they are small. They realize they are shouting at a mountain. And the mountain does not care. Lesson number 4, the power of the pause. Let's talk about tactics. Practical application. You are in a meeting or a family dinner. Someone makes a snide comment, a subtle dig at your appearance or your career. The room goes quiet. Everyone looks at you, waiting for the explosion. This is the critical moment. Most people rush to fill the silence. They laugh awkwardly, or they snap back quickly. Do not do this. Embrace the pause. Take a deep breath. Maintain eye contact. Count to 3 in your head. 1, 2, 3. This silence creates tension, but it is tension that you control. It shifts the power dynamic instantly. By not answering immediately, you signal that you are not rattled. You are processing. You are the judge, and they are the defendant waiting for a verdict. Then, you have 2 options. Option A. Continue the silence. Simply go back to what you were doing as if they never spoke. This is the ultimate dismissal. It says, your words are not even worth the calories required to respond. Option B. Ask a clarifying question. Calmly ask, could you repeat that? Or, what is your intention with that statement? By asking them to repeat the insult, you force them to say it again without the momentum of emotion. It usually sounds foolish the second time. By asking for their intention, you expose their malice. You force them to admit they are trying to be hurtful or to back down and say, it was just a joke. Either way, you win. Yet you have dismantled their attack without raising your voice. You have used the pause to regain control. Master the pause and you master the conversation. Lesson number 5. Acceptance of the uncontrollable. We must go deeper into the Stoic philosophy. The dichotomy of control. Epictetus taught us that some things are up to us, and some things are not up to us. Our opinions, our impulses, our desires, our aversions, these are up to us, our body, our property, our reputation, and the actions of others. These are not up to us. The ego of another person is not in your control. You cannot force them to respect you. You cannot force them to be kind. You cannot force them to see reason. Trying to control these things is the path to madness and misery. The ultimate destruction of their ego comes when you truly accept this. When you stop trying to change them. When you look at a rude person and accept them exactly as they are. This is a rude person. Acting rudely is what they do, just as a bee stings and a dog barks. Why be surprised? Why be angry at a fig tree for producing figs? Why be angry at a narcissist for producing arrogance? When you accept their nature, you stop expecting them to be different. You stop fighting reality. And when you stop fighting, you enter a state of profound peace. This peace is the ultimate revenge, because they want to drag you down into the mud with them. They want you to be miserable because they are miserable, to see you happy, to see you unbothered, to see you thriving despite their attacks. That is the cruelest punishment you can inflict upon them. Your happiness is the poison that kills their ego. Your indifference is the sword that cuts their pride. Your silence is the grave where their insults go to die. So, the next time you face the storm, the next time someone tries to test your patience, remember this video. Remember that you are a fortress. Remember that their anger is a fire that needs your fuel. Do not give it to them. Let them scream. Let them accuse. Let them project. You will stand firm. You will breathe. You will remain silent. And in that silence, you will find a power that no words can ever describe. You will find the strength of the Stoics. You will find yourself. Let them destroy themselves on the rocks of your character. You have work to do. You have a life to build. And you have no time for the noise of small minds. If you have watched until this point, you are not like the others. But you are ready to master yourself. Prove your resolve. Prove that you have the discipline to finish what you start. Scroll down to the comments and write the word. Unshakable. Write it now. Unshakable. This is your vow. This is your first step into the fortress. Like and subscribe for more ancient wisdom. Stand strong and remain silent.